Hello, Wednesday type people. I guess that's everybody if you're alive on a Wednesday. It is Curt and Jen. This is our podcast. Thanks so much for joining us every day. Please like, follow, love, heart, and subscribe. All the things, as Jen says.
All the things. It's helpful. So helpful to us. If you're new here, welcome. We love that you're sharing part of your life with us.
Mm-hmm. And nope, lost it. Okay.
Okay, topics we're talking about today.
Well, one of the topics is topics to avoid at Thanksgiving dinner. These might actually be topics to avoid at other occasions as well. We'll see.
Also, potato beds. This is like, I think I might want one. It's another TikTok trend that could help you sleep better.
Heinz and KFC both have some different offerings for Thanksgiving and some new offerings for Thanksgiving this year. We have ways to beat the cold weather Hungries. Yeah, we do.
I just love that you said Hungries. Do you have a fake Christmas tree or are you getting a real one? And then this I cannot wait for. Take a walk down memory lane with us because our prompt for our question of the day was name a brand that ages you. And I was reading through the answers and it like totally took me, you know how like a song will like give you the feeling, like take you all the way back to like, that's what I did when I was reading the answers.
And they're not just song titles that people had. It was a lot of different things. The interesting thing about, I think, us, Jen, I don't know about you, but when I hear songs, it takes me back to, honestly, like the radio station I was at the time. It's like, oh, I was doing nights at WGTZ in Dayton when this song came out, which is, again, dating ourselves, I guess. Okay, here we go.
Okay, I was reading one of these like daily news things that I get, and it said, are you bummed that it's getting dark out so early? Well, think about the people I don't know how to pronounce this, Curt.
Now, you're going to have to start not putting stories in here unless you can pronounce the words.
Yuktavik, Alaska. It's 330 miles north of the Arctic Circle. And yesterday at 1:36 p.m. local time, the sun set and it won't rise again until January 22nd. So for 64 days, they're going to be living in what they call polar night.
So that's all dark. And that's pretty far north.
I mean, what in the heck?
330 miles north of the Arctic Circle, as some say. But on the bright side, over the course of the year, it turns out that even if you live in Utqiagvik, Alaska, you'll experience the same amount of daylight as, say, Miami or any other place on Earth, because once it becomes summertime, then they're going to have a period where it'll be all sunny.
Yeah, the sun will rise in mid-May and won't set until August.
Right.
Okay, I just wanted to share that with you. You know what? Because it could be worse. That's what the moral of that story is.
Utqiagvik.
It doesn't even follow the English language rules where a U has to follow a Q.
Oh, okay.
That city.
Well, I guess if you live in there, you can do whatever you want rules-wise, grammar-wise. You're like, listen, it's going to be dark for 64 days. Shut up.
Curt, I want you to tell me about your night last night because it sounds like you had a doggone night.
Oh, nice. Yeah, well, Monday I was complaining about no sleep because of the whole issue, the whole complicated thing with the breakdown of the vehicle, and the tire blew out, and I was on the side of the road from midnight until 5 a.m. This time, the short sleep is just because it happens sometimes. One of your doggies gets a little ill, And as we've pointed out before, nothing wakes you up faster than hearing,
That's terrible.
I'm sorry, but yeah, it's like your alarm clock can go off and it might be ringing for 5 minutes before you turn it up, but that you are up and out of bed. Anyway, poor little Teddy had some issues last night, and then that was at 12:51 is when I looked at the clock, and then for some reason unable to get back to sleep. Does that happen to you? Like maybe that's because you're that is like waking up and bam, you're up and going.
Seriously,
I'm sure that your boyfriend Pat, who is a firefighting type of person, it's like the adrenaline kicks in for him with good reason, not because of a sick dog. So yeah, that's my excuse for being tired today.
Curt Cruz. Well, hopefully you get a little nappy poo in.
Yes, a nappy poo. That is, and so you know what, and that's I should say a shout out to everybody that had dogs that got sick in the middle of the night last night and still have to get up and go to work today because at
Yeah.
least we can, if we want, we can say I'm going to go take a nap for a while. Now let me hear about this. I actually have a follow up for your next story that you don't even know about.
Oh, okay. So yesterday
Mhm.
night, I got with a couple girlfriends. I got to go see Wicked for Good, a little sneak peek of it.
I thought, wait, what's Wicked? What's Wicked for Good?
Part two of the Wicked movie.
Oh, it's going to be out already.
It's out on Friday.
Oh wow! I thought for some reason I thought that it was going to be like I'm thinking of some other story because I guess I thought that it was going to be like 2 years before the next one was going to be
No, it
out.
was a year.
Okay.
It was a
How
year.
was Wicked for Good?
It was so good. I
Mm,
mean, here's the thing. It's just such, I said to someone when I was sitting in the theater, I'm like, it's going to be such a feast for your eyes if it's anything like the first, which you knew it was going to be because it's the same director, producer, all that. It was
right.
beautiful and good messaging. And, they told us at the beginning of the movie, there are no spoilers. So I can't say too much about it, but it's so good. And you should totally see it. Our friend Taryn, Taryn, who used to work at the radio station,
Yep.
she now works for a movie company. And she was telling us that they were trying to figure out how to do like a double feature to see both movies back to back, but they're
Wow.
so dang long. I think the first one's like 2 hours and 45 minutes and this one's like, I want to say almost 2.5 hours,
Right.
but it's good. It's worth seeing if you, even if you don't know the story and maybe don't even like Wizard of Oz, it's worth seeing.
You had to be committed to go to see 6 hours movies back to back, I guess, 6 hours worth. What I found was um uh, I found a story called What Real Witches Think of Wicked. They went to actual witches and they said, "Hey, what do you think of Wicked?" And here, there's just a couple here. This one
Okay.
is owns a metaphysical boutique in outside of Detroit, Michigan. Oh my God, I love Wicked. I would consider myself an eclectic witch, and I love Wicked. And then the other person said, with this is another person that owns. She calls herself Mama Rainbow right here. This is this witch. I love how they humanized Elphaba and Galinda to show that witches are just regular people. I think that we've been taught that a witch is not normal, but I think we all are.
I mean, yes. I don't know. Do you want to talk about? Oh, yes. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah, that's what those real witches seem to think, and I love the fact that they spell it Galinda, Galinda, even though she's just mispronouncing
Linda.
Glinda.
Yeah. We were talking about one of the gals I went with is Lori, our friend Lori,
Mhm.
and I know that Dana is also a health coach, but she was talking about how she would be considered I forget what she said, like a magical earth witch or something like that. Like she can take things from the earth and make things from it that will make you feel better.
That's why I try not to piss off Lori because she can also take things from the earth and she can put spells on me.
No, she cannot.
A little juju there and like, oh
Not true.
man.
But here's what I wanted to say real quick. This is a plug, and she is not paying me for this, but she is starting this new class at the beginning of the year. I am going to take it. I am paying for it. I'm going to be a part of it, and it's this year-long journey where she sends out content once a week. There's some breaks in between, but it just is teaching us like all the things about how to stay healthy. It's a real life, how to make your life a real life vacation. And so if you want more information, just go to reallifevacation.com. It's going to be, she is one of those people, along with Dana, where I wish there was a chip we could take out of their brain, insert it into ours, download the information, and then, have all the things. But we cannot do that. This is the best we got.
Well, in my wife's situation, that chip is called a master's degree. So we can do that. We just have to go to school for 4 years.
I think it's more than that, though. I think it's like a passion that they both have for it.
That is true.
That
Absolutely
that makes them want to learn beyond even a master's degree. I mean, she knows so much more than just a master's degree. That Dana of yours.
I'm so lucky to be married to her. Trust me, because if I make her mad, one time I made her mad, and the next day I had grown a tail.
She might be able to cast a spell on you for sure.
Yeah, exactly. It's I love her to death.
Here come the turkeys again.
The top things you don't want to talk about at Thanksgiving. Yes. And some of these apply to Other events, I would say as well. But I like how the story says about half of Americans say that they prefer to sit at the kids' table at Thanksgiving.
I
Just
would.
because of, yeah. So let's dive into this real quick. The survey, top topics to avoid on Thanksgiving. Guess what number one is?
What?
Politics.
Duh.
hmm That could go for, I pretty much anything. Money, another one on the list. Appearance or weight. Like, oh, hey.
Hey, nice kind of full fatty.
You going for fourths and fifths? Jeez.
Oh my God, that's terrible. Religion.
hmm
Don't talk about people's exes. Hey, why isn't Jerry here this year?
Oh, yeah. You know what? That could be awkward. It says don't talk about mental health, although I think we have both agreed that discussing mental health and being open about it is a good thing because it was stigmatized for so long, but not at Thanksgiving, I guess. Also, work or career issues. If you know things aren't going well, how about not saying, hey, how's that job that you hate?
Okay, then it says personal struggles. Don't talk about that. Try to keep it light. Keep current relationship status. Like, why haven't you found yourself someone yet?
Oh, wow.
Or when you getting married? Or when you gonna have a baby?
It also says don't talk about other family members.
Well, what fun
Clearly,
is that? What
I was
fun
gonna
is it?
I was just gonna say that's
not fun.
that's the fun part. I'm sorry. Okay. We're gonna have to say, keep it as nice as you can, but you cannot not say, guess what so and so did.
And here's the other deal, Curt. You kind of alluded to this, right? I mean, if you, I just think, you know what? Open up. Like, these are supposed to be your people that you can talk to things about. Like, don't make it awkward. Be genuine about it if you're going to bring up any of these things. But
Right.
this is like, I don't know. I just feel like we hide so much, It's like,
Except for politics and money. Never talk about
that's
politics.
true. Okay, there's that. Yes. But the other stuff, the other stuff I feel like could be on the table. That's all.
Pardon the pun on the table on the
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. All right. Nice. Now, these next two stories are kind of similar. I didn't know that this wasn't already a thing. So, KFC, there's something, by the way, that we could have used, name something to age yourself, because it used to be Kentucky Fried Chicken. And at one point, it became KFC.
Yeah.
They're jumping into Thanksgiving. They have a new meal called the Extra Crispy Festive Feast. The Extra Crispy Festive Feast. Instead of turkey, you get a bucket of fried chicken along with a flight of 3 different gravies.
I mean, let's just stop there. A flight of gravy. Okay.
I actually hadn't read beyond that. I'm extremely interested now. For $25, 8 pieces of chicken, 2 sides of mashed potatoes, 4 biscuits, and 3 types of gravy. They're saying the 3 different types of gravies. One is just brown. I guess that's the gravy you always get, right? Brown. White's peppercorn, and then a new one called Southwest Cheddar.
Ooh. Okay. I mean, I wonder if you could just buy the flight of gravy.
That's what everybody's saying. I know it.
I just want the gravy. I don't need the other stuff. Although I think that if I had to choose, I would like chicken better than turkey.
Oh, no, not me. I could eat turkey every day of the year round.
It makes you sleepy though, right?
What's that?
Doesn't it make you sleepy?
Well, that's the idea.
Okay.
Eat and sleep. Come on. Come on.
I mean, it did say that 35% of Americans don't like turkey. So this is just that's their fix for those people.
We should talk with those people about their mental issues then. That's those. All right. What's the Heinz story? Heinz, they make ketchup usually. Well, they do make ketchup.
Well, they make a lot of other things besides ketchup, but they're selling squeezable. I'm going to air quote this leftover gravy. They launched their first ever squeezable gravy bottle featuring its home style turkey gravy. It's called leftover gravy, and it looks like a bottle of stadium mustard or something like that.
I looked at the picture, by the way.
I did not.
It just looks like gravy. It's gravy color. Because I thought, oh, it must look disgusting, but it just looks like if you took gravy, put it into a clear bottle or whatever.
Now, here's the thing. It specifically says it's for sandwiches, which is kind of brilliant if you think about it, because after Thanksgiving, You make turkey sandwiches, and now you have your gravy in a squeezable bottle.
It's handy dandy. What's this? It says it was inspired by a Friends episode. Have you seen that Friends episode?
Well, I mean, I'm sure I did, but I don't remember.
Inspired by the squeezable gravy, inspired by the Friends episode where someone steals Ross's Moist Maker sandwich, which was made from Thanksgiving leftovers, with the secret being a gravy-soaked slice of bread in the middle. Okay, yeah. That, you know what? That sounds disgusting because I'm sorry, moist, wet bread, soggy bread is not appealing to me, even if it's gravy. Called it
Moist Maker, though.
Right. This is only available at Walmart.
Or it was. I think it might be sold out. It's limited edition leftover turkey gravy kit with the squeezable version and a recipe card. When the story was put out was already sold out. This is what's ticking me off. How are we supposed to find out about these awesome things that are coming out and buy them before they sell out? Because we just did a story last week on the freaking Jell-O molds and they're gone.
And what about the Starbucks, the bear?
Yes.
I was actually, that's funny you mentioned that, because I was just going to say maybe we should think about doing these stories and check the end first. No, I'm happy to do them, but it's always that these things are sold out. Yeah. Every now and again, though, again, Jen, we get the jump on something and saying, hey, coming up on Friday, this is going to happen. So
I have to believe they're going to bring it back out, because if they're just now, like, this has to be a marketing ploy. It's sold out now, but maybe they'll bring it back. I'll try to remember to check on the Jell-O molds and the gravy thing at walmart.com and see if they bring it back.
The marketing ploy might also be that, hey, if it sells out, a lot of people are going to talk about it on the radio and stuff, and we'll get free marketing.
Well, or on a podcast.
Genius, right?
Yeah.
The most hated team in the NFL.
Do you agree with this? I don't spend any energy around this, really.
I suppose, let me just start by saying I have recognized, since I've been on the West Coast, which has been 25, almost 30 years now, that West Coast teams, when it comes to sports, do not seem to get the same coverage as East Coast teams.
Okay.
It's like it seems, there's all this talk about so and so did this, and the Yankees and the Red Sox and this person over here and the Eagles and so, and then, oh yeah, something happened. The Seahawks did something or whatever. It really does kind of feel like maybe it's because we're 3 hours behind. I don't know. Anyway. Stepping off a soapbox now. The most hated NFL team in the country, it says, isn't the Chiefs. So there's an assumption there right away. This is a Canadian sports betting site. They used Google Keyword Planner to figure out which NFL team is the most hated in the U.S. And they said it's not the Kansas City Chiefs. I guess people would say, oh, they win all the time. They're always winning. They're great and whatever. But it's not the Chiefs. We'll go backwards order.
Okay.
The tie for fifth. And that's the Dallas Cowboys and Pittsburgh Steelers are both the fifth most hated team in the NFL. Those two.
Keep going, because I'm looking at this leftover gravies thing.
Just keep up with the program.
I am, but I was gonna give an update. Keep going.
Third. Tied for third, New York Jets and Green Bay Packers. The second most hated team, based on number of states that hate them, is the Las Vegas Raiders. I wonder if when they were in Oakland, it was probably still the Oakland Raiders then too that were hated. And the most hated team in the country, you guys, I know that you're all saying it's this, it's that. Anybody guess? Philadelphia Eagles?
Do you agree with this?
13 states.
Do you agree with this? Do you think that, like, I know that we're West Coast,
right?
But do we only hate the people that we...
I think that's part of it.
Or on the...
But there are states that don't have any actual teams, like there's no teams from Wyoming or whatever, right? So they have to pick another team to love and or hate. Okay. So according to this, 13 states, including Alabama, California, and Texas, claim that the Philadelphia Eagles are the team that they hate the most. But I would say it has to do with rivalry. For instance, in Washington, guess who the most hated NFL team is in the state of Washington?
The 49ers.
That is correct.
Okay. That's
enough.
You
know why? Because we hate them. They're straight from hell.
It's enough hating.
Mm-hmm. Come on. It's in the title of the hated.
I know. Do you want an update on the Heinz 57 or the Heinz leftover gravy?
What kind of update is there? Is it available now?
They dropped the gravy yesterday. It's sold out by noon, but it does say that there's a story out there that says they're going to be resupplying Walmart.com every once in a while each day throughout this week. So you do have a chance if you want to keep going to Walmart.com. They're trying to get some clicks apparently. That there will be more.
Okay,
there you go.
that is good news then. All right.
Oh man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were.
Wow.
I gotta say, I love that version of that song. I have no idea who did it, but it's a great Neil Young song, and it ties in with our question of the day, which is age yourself with a brand. And we were concerned, I think we talked about this. Do people understand what we mean? And yes, so many people chimed in on this. This might be the most we've ever had.
I love it so much. So here, I don't know. Do you know what Genco is?
Well, we'll start with that. This is what Matthew said. And JNCO, is it pronounced Jinko? Jinkos?
I don't know. I remember Jafco. That was like in Linhood, and it was like you get your stuff on a little conveyor belt, your order of whatever and it's not a restaurant. It's like electronics and housewares, and they would come out. The whole like assembly line would just come out in the middle of the store.
Well, for some reason, I'm thinking it's jeans, JNCO. Yep.
Jeans. Okay. Randy said whatever brand made parachute pants.
Amanda, Union Bay and Jordache. There you go. I think my friend Kevin also said Jordache on here. And we had 3 Jordaches from Kevin, who still lives in Fort Lauderdale and listens to us. And Melissa also said Jordache jeans. So that was a popular guess.
Lynn and Gwyneth said ditto jeans. And Ina said, my first car I bought from babysitting money, a used silver Z28 Camaro. Yes!
From babysitting money. Jackie, is that Genera and Britannia?
Yeah, my mom used to work at Britannia.
Okay. Brad said Shaw Safari and the Pantry Cafe.
Yeah, Safari. Oh my gosh. And what kind of car is this in the picture that he sent? Like, is it a Rabbit?
Looks like a VW Rabbit, yeah.
It's a cool blue color, that's for sure.
We'll just do a couple of the ones that Merity put in here. Villager clothing, Bass, remember Bass shoes?
Penny loafers, yeah. Saddle shoes.
Saddle shoes. And then, do you remember Burger Chef? Was a Burger Chef out here?
No, did you have it where you were?
Yeah, I mean, in the Midwest, so we're going back to when I was just a wee lad, so the 70s. But yeah, it was like you'd have McDonald's and then you'd have Burger Chef. I don't even think Wendy's was around yet. But yeah, Burger Chef went through. It says she's saying now it's Hardee's, so there you go. Now, Heather also said, is it Genera or Genera?
Yeah, it's Genera. Genera.
Jeans again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Paul Matthews, he said, Jimbo's for dinner, rocking a breezing jacket and rolling in my VW Rabbit. Those were the days. There's also a Sambo's, and I don't know.
Oh wait, that. You know what? Here, the picture of the VW Rabbit from before, from Brad. He said he had the same color and same car as Paul down here. So that is a VW Rabbit for sure.
Okay.
All right. Did you do Demetria?
No, I did not go.
A smile. I don't get it.
A Smile. A Smile was the name of these jeans and overalls. Someone put a picture of A Smile overalls. It was the one I was talking about when we first asked the question. It has an ice cream cone, like a 3-scoop ice cream cone as a logo. It's beautiful.
A Smile. Okay, I had not heard. So because somebody else said that in here as well.
Yeah, A Smile is big for chicks.
Guess Jeans, says Jennifer, along with San Francisco riding gear. Susan, what is this? Jonathan Logan women's clothing.
She also liked James jeans and buckleback jeans. That's right. Okay, what else? You said Susan said Jonathan Logan women's clothing.
Aquanet hairspray, Webfoot women's clothing, and Chanel No. 5.
Oh, yeah, that's still around.
Heather says jelly shoes, right? Jody, I guess it's her friend Jody.
Yep.
Suzanne, 579, is that a store?
Yeah, it was a store. I totally forgot about it. And Saturdays, another store. And then said, Ann said that one. And then Susan said hash jeans. Tracy said sea galley. We got crab legs. Sea galley. We got crab legs. You guys didn't have that where you grew up, huh?
No, I don't think so. I think our best options for quote unquote seafood was Long John Silver's or Arthur Treacher's. Ever heard of that?
No. Sea Galley was the place. Pinto Wagon and Sean John Jeans, she said. And I put this one, Mr. Rags from JJ and Seattle Blues, but I also added Squire Shop and Above the Belt. I used to work at Above the Belt.
Oh, okay. Steve said Ked's tennis shoes.
Yeah.
Jen Esprit, that's one. There's one that was huge.
Yep.
A lot of different jean brands. And Amy said Sarah Sparkle jeans. There you go.
Sparkle, Normandy Rose jeans and Aquanet hairspray. That's what Erica said. Oh,
all right.
We already had that.
Marilyn,
one.
Say that word.
Familari shoes. They were the shoes that had like these wavy bottom soles. They were awesome. I had to have a pair. My mom got me some for back to school. I was so excited. They were so freaking great.
For those watching the video, do the wavy soles again.
The wavy soles.
The waviest soles.
They had wavy soles.
That's just so we have a nice photo for this.
Flannery said Bernadine's. Jennifer said
is that Birdines or Birdines?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, sorry. I think that was a store. But then what was the next one? International news?
Yeah, international news, and then Zebra Club too. Went with that. That's Jennifer Shook said that. Susie said Pontiac.
Pontiac, by the way, I looked it up because I thought that they were still around a little bit, but they went away in 2010, so 15 years ago.
Oh my God.
And then I'm not familiar. Bouffant Barbie said Barb.
I don't remember that one.
Well, I can imagine the hair. It's probably the Bouffant hairstyle, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Teresa. Yeah, her first car in 1980, a Ford Fairmont Silver with red vinyl seats, stuck to the hot seats in the Alabama summers.
That, by the way, that was Teresa I was talking about, who's friends with Chaperone.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Halsey, Aeropostale tank tops layered with T-shirts.
Oh, my God.
And I guess that's Kari said Piccadilly, the fashion store.
Yeah, Piccadilly. That's Carrie. Right. Carrie. Laurel said Hush Puppy Store and Legs Hosiery.
My mom used to get those in the egg thing.
Yeah, there's like some memes about that. Like, if you know what comes out of this egg, then you are old.
Jeanette, Gunny Sacks dresses.
Yep.
Which is one you mentioned on Monday. Eric said Swabbies, corduroy pants.
I don't know that one, but yeah.
There's an awful lot of clothing styles in here, clothing brands.
Corin said Familari Get Theirs. That was the type. That was one of the styles of shoes. Northport, LJ Simone shoes, Union Bay, San Francisco Riding Gear, which was said before. Seafair jeans. I don't know about that one. Farrell's Big Scoop and the Royal Fork restaurants. Yes.
That's all super local, isn't it? Jennifer, Geo Storm. Those little cars.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Becky, Frederick, and Nelson. Hey Terry, listening in Naples, Florida.
That's your sister.
She said chic jeans.
And Scott said Tough Skins.
That one I can relate to, by the way. Not just Tough Skins. Are you ready for it? I'm going to one up Tough Skins because Tough Skins were the jeans you got from Sears, right?
Yeah.
They also had Garanimals.
I knew you were going to say that.
They're trying to make it easy peasy for moms. It's like, okay, here's the Garanimals shirt. Here's the same Garanimals pants. You're done.
Oh my God, I love it. And then Jan said,
Bon Marché,
Lamont, Montgomery Ward, Sears Roebuck Company. There you go.
You guys really came out. I hope the next question we come up with gets as good of a response because that was a fun one.
So fun.
Yeah. Thanks again.
Curt, I think I know the answer to this. Are you a fake Christmas tree person or do you guys get a real one?
We've as far as I know, I've only had a real tree 1 year. I think it was the first year that Dana and I started dating.
Really?
But growing up, I think my dad or my parents were concerned if you had a real tree. I think we had an incident where a dog peed on the tree in the house. And I think my dad was like, nope, we're done with that.
Oh my God, no way.
Yeah.
Okay, well, while it's not a new trend, it's just crazy how it's changed. If you're putting up a real Christmas tree this year, you're one of the few people who go to the trouble these days because there was a survey and fake trees are now the norm. And it's not even close. 83% of people planning to put up a tree this year will use a fake one and just 17 will buy a real one. That's me. 17%, I mean, 17%, 1 in 6. I'm buying a real one.
You're one of the 17 percenters. I always knew that.
Yeah. I just thought that was interesting.
Yep. Didn't mean to cut you off. We're running short on time. No. Here's the story you wanted to share about TikTok's potato bed.
Yeah, so it's a bed that kind of looks like a baked potato if you do it right. You just kind of build this human-sized nest that surrounds yourself in pillows and or blankets just to make things extra comfortable. So you take a fitted sheet, you put it upside down on your bed. Don't pull it around the mattress. Just stretch it out and leave it facing up, and then you start filling the edges of the sheets with pillows or blankets. So it's kind of creating this cocoon.
Oh.
And then you add a blanket or two on top, and then you just climb in. And the idea is that you're surrounded by pillows on all sides. And the fans claim that it's more relaxing than just sleeping on a boring old mattress. Potato bed, people.
I would say that this seems like it's more appropriate for single people, but I think when I was just dating Dana and I spent more time snuggling and hugging and sleeping together. Like then after a while, you're like, you know what? I needed my space.
This is too hot. Get away. Yeah,
exactly.
Of course, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how you create the connection. You do all the cuddly, lovey stuff first.
Although oddly, my wife, unlike apparently most, she runs hot, so she'll be like, it's too hot in here.
Yeah,
I'm the one that's like, all right, here we go. You know, we should jump to the next story.
I think so. So we're going to talk about, what are we talking about here?
We're going to talk about cold weather, and apparently cold weather makes us hungrier. Sorry, I did not know that.
Weather hungry.
But a study found that cold weather tends to make people crave food more. Some of it comes down to our biology and not lack of willpower, but the cold weather triggers hormonal changes that make you hungrier and prevent you from feeling full. So, with that said, here's some ways to suppress your winter appetite.
Well, yeah, because also the average person gains a couple pounds during the winter.
How many? Oh, it's a couple?
Yeah. All right. Spice up your meals. The compound, what does it say here? The compound that makes peppers hot can suppress hunger and help you eat less. It also boosts your metabolism a little bit.
It also says the order you eat things in, that's not grammatically correct. The order in which you eat things matters. Start with fiber, and then onto other things. So vegetables and other high fiber foods first. Then number 3, love this, eat some dark chocolate.
The bitter compounds in it tells your body it's time to stop eating. Anything that says 70% cocoa or higher will work. Eat protein for breakfast. It takes longer to digest than carb-heavy things like cereal, so you feel hungry or you still feel full longer and don't get hungry as quickly. Add omega-3s. They're in fish, but also in seeds and walnuts. They enhance something called the leptin sensitivity. Leptin.
How about the old use smaller plates?
I mean, yeah.
That's a brain trick. If it's a smaller plate, you know, oh, the plate is full.
Yep.
Even if it's only 4 inches across.
And then drink lots of water. Sometimes we feel hungry when we're actually thirsty. Plus, it makes you feel full.
Okay. I'm going to use some of those ideas for like the entire year, by the way.
Oh, yeah. It's not just for now. It's for all year long. Here, I'm going to drink some water, as a matter of fact, right now.
Bragger. Speaking of which, is this your water bottle?
No, it is not.
Okay. Must be my wife's. All right. Question of the day. That's right. Which, by the way, we have to find out, and I appreciate Susie for putting this out. She suggested somehow we post the question, you know, immediately after, maybe even prior to the show, because she's like, oh, as soon as you say, you know, like what, you know, age yourself or date yourself with a brand. So, oh, right away I've got an idea, and it's like, but no, I have to wait till later when you actually post it. So, and sometimes I forget.
Well, I can post it right away, but here's the crazy thing. The crazy thing about that, Susie.
Oh, I know what this is. Is
that there's some algorithm thing that doesn't get as many eyes on it, and we don't get nearly as many answers when I post it early.
That's true. We decided
when I post it like at 6 or 7 or 8 o'clock at night, when lots of people are scrolling on their phones, that's when we get the most response. But I will try it. I will post this question right after the show, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. I've forgotten about that, the algorithm thing, because
Yeah.
it's strange that we'll post it at, I mean, we could post it the night before at like 9 o'clock, and we'll get just a boatload of answers. And yeah, you're right. We used to post it pretty much right when we put up the show, and we'd get 2 or 3. So,
But we'll
all
try
right.
it. We'll try it.
Give it a shot.
Susie, this one's going to be for you. We're going to post it as soon as we release the show.
Did I read this correctly? Because
No.
it's
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
okay. Because you had written, what would you want to give somebody a ticket for? Is that, and I thought, you don't mean like a ticket to a concert or something. Is that what you're talking? Or is it for
No, a ticket
a citation?
Citation for, yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so that's what it is. What would you want to give somebody a ticket or a citation for? My wife would want to give me a ticket for snoring. I'm going to say that would probably be accurate.
Pat would probably give me a ticket for clutter.
Okay. That's what we want to know. And also who, right?
Yeah.
Not just for snoring, who would want to give you a ticket for something, a citation, and what would that be for? There is your question of the day. We'll have your answers back on Friday.
Yeah, that's right. We do new shows every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So tune in, listen. We'd love for you to be a part of it all the times.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us. We appreciate it. And go ahead, Jen. You got it.
Make good choices, find joy, spread kindness, and
Laugh, everybody. It's good for the soul. Thank you.
a good one.